Hey, what's
Hello?
up, Libby? How you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you?
Doing good.
I'm gonna be out here for a second, guys.
So how's the day going for you?
Oh, it's going good.
Awesome. So I pretty much invited everybody, but I think it's just me and you so far.
Okay,
That's okay though. Um, so how did the data collecting go?
it's good. I just have to talk to one school yesterday or tomorrow because they didn't
Awesome.
get it in. Um, but I think we're like running at like 10% of the population right now. So I should have it all done by tomorrow and emailed to you a rough draft of the data collecting.
Hey, thank you, Wendy. You're awesome.
Oh,
I know it's
you're
a lot of
welcome.
work.
You're welcome. All good.
Hey, so you have to actually physically go over the different schools, eh?
Well, I just have to call one. She should have put it in the computer, so it actually helped us because I should have been able to get on the computer and just grab it off of there, but she didn't put it in, and so I will just give her a call tomorrow and be like, you need to put in your numbers,
Okay.
and
So
so I don't have to wait for you. What is it? So yeah.
okay. I actually, even when I talked to Brother Bennett, he said that despite that we may be a little bit late, like a couple days late, he's not too worried about it. So
Perfect.
yeah, so but granted, if we do our best to hand it in on time, but yeah,
Hmm.
that is a precaution for sure.
Probably, and it's probably he needs to set a timeline so that we have it in, so it's not everybody rushing in the very last second
Yeah,
to
I
put
remember that
everything in.
actually during when I joined the Thursday when I joined his virtual office.
Hmm.
There was actually three girls that had to do their study completely all over again.
Oh,
So I was just like, damn,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
How was
But
the design your study part? Did you get that all finished?
so yeah, so basically, I'm kind of building up the sentence. I'm trying to make sense of it. So what I
Okay.
said, the sampling method that we have chosen for our group is random sampling. The way that we will collect our data is by selecting data from three random schools from elementary school. Okay, so from an elementary school district of 27 schools. All of the data is already numbered in Excel. Therefore, I basically will say, therefore, we will randomize basically we will run my so actually I had one question for the schools like how are they numbered, are they numbered from like 100 110 or for
They're
one from 20?
they're just. I actually went ahead and numbered them 1 to 27 with
Oh
their
sweet.
school number next to it, just because they start our elementary start at like 100, but then they skip a few in between. So I think we have anywhere from like school number 100 to 164, and as we add schools, they put them in there alphabetically. So
Oh
they
wow.
just they just randomly had built in some extra spots in between.
Okay, that's not a problem then. No
Yeah,
worries.
yeah,
Hey, that actually makes it easier. If it's one from 27, then that's not a problem. So I
yeah.
guess the only thing I'll say is that therefore we will randomize it from 1 to 27, and then we will select three schools out of the 27 schools
Hmm.
from
I
through randomizing it in Excel.
Yep.
And then that should be, hopefully that should be good. I'm pretty sure we should be fine with that. I
Perfect.
mean, and then that's pretty much it, I guess.
Okay.
Uh, I guess there was one other way that we could do it, but I think it might be a little bit harder.
Okay.
Um, so what Brother Bennett said is that we could stratify by month, and we could take a cluster from a specific day through every month that they serve fish sandwiches. So what that means is that um, so every single month we will basically select one day that they serve basically the fish sandwiches, but I don't think we're going to do that. It's way too complicated. I find that
Okay.
it'll take way too long. So
Yeah.
we're not going to do that.
Well, and we run our menus on a 6 week cycle. So if we it would, instead of just being a month, it would be um, like a 6 week, I guess, a period of time
Oh,
instead of a
wow.
month.
That makes sense then. So for basically in one, so every 6 weeks, so it'd be pretty much 2 months practically then. That one by one. That's cool. I mean, that's what he was suggesting. He's just like, it'd be cool for you to do it this way, but I was trying to look for the easiest way.
I can go if you want. Like, I guess I can go back to when we served at the time before and get those numbers too. I want to do, like, I'm fine doing more work so that if we need more information, like if the next two parts of the you know what I mean, the study, if we need more information for them to be able to analyze it and to be able to make a presentation on it, I'm fine if we need to get more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to, it's up to you, Wendy. I was just trying to make it as easy as possible. I mean, the other way that we could do it too, if you want it to be a better kind of randomized sample, what you could do is that you could list all the schools to maybe 1 to 27, because you said that there's 27 schools in total, right? So then what you could do is that you could select maybe like 16 of them or 14 of them, and then that might be more of a powerful sampling rather than just picking 3, right? But that is up to you. If you feel okay with that, then that is all right.
I almost think we should get a couple, like more than 3, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Should we say 10?
Yeah, like what he said is that we could pick 6, or we could pick maybe up to 8. Or even more than that. If you really want to do more, if you said, how many did you say?
Well, let's do 8. Let's do 8 just so that they they just have more information to work from to make that PowerPoint.
Exactly. And just what you said is that, like the 2 equations that kind of were calculated that they have to be bigger than 10. So we just got to make sure that our sample size is bigger than 10. Because I know that we're working with a 0 point, we're working with 20%, right? So the only thing that we're going to have to make sure is that 20% has to be times by that big population. And then we have to make sure that it's bigger than 10. That's all. But if we have like 400 or if we have 250, we're A-okay. I'm pretty confident that, actually, I'm going to look that up right now. So 0.5 times by 250. No, sorry, 0.2. times by 250. So that's 50. And then it's 1 take away 0.2 times by 250. Yeah, that's great. That should be good. Because like if we times it,
the sample size needs to be bigger than 250. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, because it's just that according to we have to make sure that the requirements are satisfied. And just making sure that, just with that equation, that if we do 0.2 times by 250, we get a sample of 50. So that's way, way bigger than 10, right? And that we just going to make sure that both those rules are satisfied. That's all. And I'm sure that it should be fine. Like you said, it's like the 250 to 600. So we're okay.
Yeah, and just the 3 schools, or the 2 schools that I calculated today, there was, I want to say close to 700 served.
700 served. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's served total, but there was only maybe 170 were fish sandwiches. Yeah,
oh, dang.
120, like 125 were fish sandwiches.
125.
Yeah.
And that was out of a population of 600?
I would probably say close to 7.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be lower than 20%. So we may have to, but that's great. That's awesome. Then. That's terrific. So maybe that actually might be a good method. Maybe we'll just go with basically 8 schools then. Okay. And then I'll hand this in right after. I'm just going to have to write it out correctly. That's all.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, you just email it to me just so that I make sure I grab. Like I'm going to get the 8 schools. And then we'll be good.
Yeah, sure. And then I'll email you actually I'll actually send it in to our professor. Plus I'll email it to you. And if there's anything that needs to be edited or anything like that, then you can maybe look at it, try to see if you're like, okay, kind of doesn't make sense, and then we can figure it out from there.
Perfect.
So I'll do it both ways.
Awesome.
There we go. I think other than that, I'm pretty sure the study's good. He looked at every single step that we looked at. I even copied and pasted the approval registration that you received through email, and I even pasted it in there. I just used the snipping tool to put it into the Microsoft Word. So other than that, I think we're good.
Perfect.
Yeah. Awesome.
Hi. Okay, I'm actually running into a party right now.
Yeah, not a problem. So enjoy your party.
We'll see you later.
Hey, take care there, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.